Welcome to episode number 10. What's happening, everybody? That was Nail Club with Do You Have Any Flaws, directed by the one and only Chrissy Jones. Sarah had some unfortunate mishaps take place. A car drove through her living room wall, and in the past 3 days there's been a GoFundMe raising money to make sure that she can ensure a brighter future for her family. So if you want to go ahead and look at Chrissy's Instagram page, there should be a link to the GoFundMe. You can donate some money, or you could buy the album from the Hot Releases Bandcamp page, and all proceeds from those purchases will go directly to Sarah from Ryan. So yeah, get on that if you are so inclined to help out. I don't know if you can tell, but I just drank a bunch of matcha latte, and I'm feeling quite good. We're going to go right, even though it's pretty early in the show, and hopefully everyone's finding their seat, we're going to go straight into the first video from our first guest, Dark Cloud, and it's a song entitled Gold Standard. I just want you guys to enjoy this video. Hopefully this transition will be super tight.
As long as grass grows and water flows, 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 as long as grass grows and water flows. Words, words, words. What a flawed representation of actuality. You think that's funny? Well, a real joke is the attempt to quantify value using representative currency. Possibly a more hilarious proposition than the laugh gas. Yeah, language. Hourly wages, going rates. You know, I might be all set with letting dead presidents represent me. flowering trees, extraction leaves a ghost town, and the people on their knees.
Word up. So, yeah, a couple of years ago, I saw Dark Cloud at the Dirt Palace opening up for Hyde and Pippi's project, whose name escapes my memory at this moment. And it was fucking incredible. If you're curious about what my personal favorite music would sound like, it's pretty much what we just watched. We did have a plant psychic scheduled to take your calls following that video. But I had a strange premonition this was going to happen tonight. None of my guests are actually logged in. So if you're out there and you're a guest of the show and you want to log in, that'd be fantastic. Until we get someone to speak with us, we're just going to go ahead and watch this footage of Asylum Party playing in a basement of a squat in France back in the 90s. It's still February, so I'd say it's more than appropriate to listen to Asylum Party. Yeah, and if you're a guest, like I said, go ahead and log in. Oops.
Merci. Merci.
It doesn't get much more French than that, folks. And I didn't know that the bass player was the main singer in that band until I saw that video. But we're going to welcome to the show now a plant psychic. If you have any questions regarding your plants or plants in general, and you want to communicate these questions or comments to a person who is able to have discourse with plants, go ahead and call. The number is 401-256-1454. You can also go ahead and drop a message in the Twitch chat, and I'll relay it to our guest. Please welcome to the show the plant psychic, everybody. Plant psychic, are you there? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Fantastic.
Verdant greetings and salutations.
Right back at you, plant psychic. We're gonna relay to you any kind of questions from our guests. So if anyone out there is burning like a bush to have their questions answered, go ahead and call the number 401-256-1454. We got a call. Caller, you're live with the plant psychic.
Hey, so I'm like an amateur, first time plant owner. I got some plants during quarantine. They're really helping out with my life and stuff, but my fucking cats won't stop trying to eat the plants. What's up with that?
Thanks for the call, Eric.
Let me communicate. Let me see if I can get in touch with the realm. Hold on. The plants should be on a higher plane than the cats.
Are we speaking
if
like
that doesn't work? Oh, excuse me.
Pardon.
Spicy things also deter cats away. The rim has some hot sauce on it. The cat will be deterred if a higher plane is not available.
Some spicy advice from the plant psychic. All right, folks, we're looking for a second caller or someone drop something in the Twitch chat.
Unknown caller.
Caller, go ahead. You're live with
Nathan.
Oh. Go ahead, caller. You're live with the plant psychic.
Hi,
Can you talk to dead plants? My favorite ficus died last year, and I don't know how it was doing.
I am so glad that you asked. I am able to communicate with dead plants. Hold on. Let's see what the ficus wants you to know. I think the message is clear. The ficus sends love and remembers the love that you administered during its life.
God, that's powerful. Colby, if you could go ahead and call back, we're ready for you, Birdie.
Colby Nathan.
Colby, you're live with the Plant Psychic. Go ahead.
Hey there. Wow, this is trippy. So I got a question about my Boston ferns here, because their shedding has really gotten out of control, and I have tried putting them upstairs, downstairs, in the bathroom, and they just don't seem to want to live, and I'm wondering if you think perhaps they might be homesick, and if you know of any good salad recipes that include Boston ferns so I can make some use out of all these fallen leaves.
Unknown.
Thanks for the call, Colby.
Unknown caller.
Compost tea is your best option. Though Boston ferns are not cannibalistic plants, they are not delicious for human consumption and would be better fed to another plant.
Jackson, Mississippi, if you could go ahead and call back, that'd be fantastic.
Everything I touch, I enjoy.
We got some text questions. One is, my plant is thinking... Oh, Taylor is on the phone, folks.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and mute your device real quick. Perfect.
Hello?
You're live with the Plant Psychic.
Oh, hey. So one of my questions, I have this plant, and I bought it from the store one day, was walking by, and it had dark green leaves. It used to have a white flower, but it hasn't had a flower for like 2 years now. And I just want to know if I could ever get the flower back again. All right, thanks.
Excellent.
Light will help your plant return to its flowering state. Bring it to the light.
We got a text question. My plant is thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Can anyone help?
Seventeen, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24.
We got another text question for the psychic. Reba in Providence asks, how can I be more in tune with my plants? I've worked up to circa 10 house plants and want to be sure I'm attending to their individual needs, but she confesses to be an idiot at plants.
Verdant realm wants me to give you the message that light, water, and air is all they need.
Your words were...
You have the power and the insight with you already. You always have.
Truer words seldom spoken. And another question from Providence, Rhode Island. If you can follow my voice, Plant Psychic, and try to find the signature vibration of the querent and tune into their domestic situation. They ask, does the psychic think that my plants are happy with their life? I'm not like the best plant parent, but I try.
There is no difference. I believe that they are happy.
We got one more text question, and then we're going to get Gay Dog one last chance to call 401-256-1454. The text question reads, hello, I think my bamboo is lesbian. How do I tell her it's okay?
I can send this message to her, and I will do so. She understands.
Plant Psychic, we're going to wrap things up. I want to thank you so much. Oh, we got one more call. Here we go. Mississippi, you're on the air with the Plant Psychic. What would you like to ask?
Hi. My plant had a ginseng ficus last summer, and I put it out on the front steps to get fresh air and sunlight. And one day I came home and it was gone. And I was just hoping you could tell him.
Let's hope that he's in a good place, a safe place, and I will send that message.
One more question from the 920 area code. An anonymous text asks, if I bury myself under fungus, will it make it any more likely that I reincarnate as fungus?
The decomposer world would like you to know that yes, you will. And very, very psychedelic mushrooms are likely your next incarnation.
Plant Psychic, would you like to spread any kind of gospel or universal notion to our viewers as we wrap up the segment tonight?
I would like to share verdant love, much, much love, and a beautiful full moon to you all. That's it. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Plant Psychic.
Thank you.
Whoa, folks. I don't like to pull favorites, but that was... I think that was A+ material. Fucking hell. Okay, next up we got twins coming all the way from a cabin in the woods in North Carolina. We're going to transition neatly with a video of the homie Matt Weiner. So please check out this jam and fucking enjoy it.
I know this sucks, my friends.
Hell yeah. Matt, welcome to the show. Let me unmute you real quick.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Man, I heard in the yeah, loud and clear. I heard in the refrain some vaguely dog-oriented imagery. Is that right? That notion of being lost without somebody's scent. You're a dog owner, isn't that right?
Well, I am, but I am a dog owner, but I was not when I wrote it. That was more about like not, it was like kind of coping with pandemic times and not being able to see my friends, and part of seeing them is smelling them, honestly, and whether you want to or not.
Oh yeah, definitely. In the club when everyone's getting worked up.
Oh,
for
my
sure,
God.
for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Sweat is pouring.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome.
what I think. But and that song was literally about not being able to see as many friends as you used to.
Yeah, not so much.
On your
not so
cell
much.
phone to keep up with everyone, which is the soft blue light. That we
Yeah.
have to stare at.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
How are you?
Going back to the dog, do you find yourself playing with the dog fairly often, all the time?
I mean, it takes up a large percentage of my day, but unfortunately for him, he fractured the growth plate under his back left knee, and we kind of forced him to rest. And he's a 10-month-old puppy, so
okay.
He's coping with it as well as he can. But the vet gave us some sedatives to give him, which I feel conflicted about. But ultimately, if it will help him heal, I think that's the best thing for him. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And it's like when you experience illness or trauma at a young age, sometimes it gives you the first introduction to psychedelic moment of rest, where you are forced to sit and reflect, and those first experiences can be rather deep and define the way that you deal with spirituality for the remainder of your existence. So kudos to your dog, hopefully experiencing that for the first time, but certainly not the last.
Yeah, literally. He's the way he acts, he's prone to hurt himself at least a couple more times before.
Oh yeah.
Expired his time. But I know for me, like having gone through losing 4 years of my 20s to chronic acid reflux condition that was like freakishly terrible compared to what most people would ever experience, it is not fun to have to rest when you want to party. So cheers to that.
Chronic illness that you overcame eventually.
Yeah, thankfully it was not something that stuck with me into my 30s, but from the age of that 24 to 28, I just really, and it was weird because that was when I was first like really wanting to start to sing. I didn't have the type of acid reflux that gave me heartburn. It fucked up my throat. So for the first 6, 7, 8 months, whatever, I didn't even acknowledge or believe it was acid reflux, and I just didn't know what the fuck was wrong with me.
Yeah.
So if your throat has been hurting for that long, I think you should consider that option. But, and it's not fun, but you will get through it. That's all.
PSA for the folks back home, hang in there. Get your shit checked out if you're in chronic pain.
After I had 3 doctors tell me the same thing, I was like, yeah, because chronic pain, it changes your whole outlook on life, and it's just, no one deserves it. I feel for anyone going through it. And I think,
now, Matt,
I feel very grateful that it's behind me.
A good 6 or 7 years ago, we were hanging out, and you told me that you were going to put dance floor oriented music on the back burner and just recommit to the notion of songwriting, electronic pop music. Do you regret that move at all, or how do you feel about that?
I'm so glad you said that. Oh my god, I'm still on that path. And honestly, like, okay, that's actually great that you said that, because I listen to a lot of dance music lately, and it doesn't move me like it used to, and that's not a critique of dance music. It's just like where I'm at. But as far as like working on my own shit and being a songwriter, I do feel like honestly, I feel like the whole reason I got into this was to try that shit, but I didn't have the skills. And now that I finally do have the skills, I'm finally like really committing myself to it. My whole outlook on everything feels different and better, and I feel like better about myself. Not to say that I feel like I've completed my goal, but I do feel like I'm at least like pushing myself towards it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like I don't know. I don't want to put any more music out until I feel like it can actually fulfill like the way I truly feel about the music I want to make. Like I used to just be like, okay, well this is the best I can do. I'll put it out and see what people do. And that got me far enough, I guess. But like, ultimately, it's not what I wanted to be doing. And I'm just slow to learn, I guess, compared to some people. So it's taken me to age 34 to get to this point. But I do finally feel confident in my abilities to realize the kind of like pop music and like songwriting and like actual. I feel like anyone can just like follow their emotions and instincts and make something cool and interesting. But to take it to like another level beyond that is just like it takes a certain level of dedication beyond just feeling something, if that makes sense. But you still have to feel it. Like you can't force it. I don't know. It's a whole. I don't know. It's just where I'm at. I guess I'm just ready for like a new challenge, and this is the most challenging thing I can think of.
Oh fuck yeah!
A song that would actually stick to people and like people would care about and want to like have as a part of their life.
That's the vibe, man.
That's the hardest thing to
really for
do.
Sure.
So whether I pull it off or not, as long as it means something to me, ultimately I think that's cool. And
first and foremost.
Everyone else can think what they want.
Well, judging solely,
if I didn't feel I'd be able to make anything,
Yeah, no doubt. So judging solely from your social media, I'd say like you've been like really prolific this past year. Is that true? Just in the studio speaking. Have you been able to finish songs, or you just like have like endless demos just chilling in the hard drive?
Oh no! So I'm at a point now where all the demos I've made over the last 5 to 6 years, although most of the ones that I like are within the last 2 to 3. Although there are a couple that have been that old that like I even knew when I wrote them then. Like I don't have the skills to finish this properly.
I see.
Just like keep this on the back burner, and one day I'll come back to it, and I know I'll be able to like treat it the way it deserves to be treated. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. And honestly, I've never like felt this excited about anything. So making music right now has never been less stressful and more joyous than it's ever been for me. And
cool.
I feel like I'm finally like realizing things that I should have acknowledged years ago, but I just was too stubborn or in a different headspace and just like would never happen.
Yeah.
And I just feel like finally like I can let go of whatever pretense or bullshit was holding me back and just like make music because it's good music. If that makes sense, which it probably doesn't, but like honestly, I just feel like I'm in a better place than I've honestly ever been with making music, which I didn't expect to be at this point. I thought I would be like very disillusioned.
Yeah, no, from the outside it appears that way as well, and I'm extremely excited to hear what you got on the burner. I'm a big fan of your last record. I was super happy to listen to it over and over again in the car. Enjoyable experience throughout.
I feel like that was like a first step in the direction I'm talking about, but it definitely was like not fully realized in a certain sense.
Word. Let's talk about that video. Did you make that video yourself, or did you work with somebody and did someone else direct it?
I shot that in my kitchen completely by myself, like pure pandemic style.
Word.
The ethos of the song, really, because the song is about disconnecting from everyone, not being able to go out to clubs and things, or I never.
And you do video production professionally, so you have a lot hours and hours of experience with equipment and whatnot. So
right, but the equipment that I personally own is not as slick and modern as what I get to use at work, but I can still get the job done.
Evidently. It sounds like you're.
It's not how I would have done it if if money was no object, obviously. But
Sure.
I'm not unhappy with it.
No, it's wonderful. Beautiful work. So it seems like you're calling from perhaps the only party that's happening in America tonight. Would it be possible to get some party shots for the audience?
Well,
we'd probably have to get some consent, I imagine, first and foremost.
Yeah, that might be an issue. So I'm here at this cabin that my girlfriend's good friends. So we're here for her best friend's birthday, and her best friend's good friend's parents, I guess, did well for themselves in this very nice cabin.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
But and we all got COVID tested and everything before we came. So, for whatever that's worth, I guess we tried to be careful. But, yeah.
Hell yeah, Aerosmith.
I did not expect to find myself in this situation.
Well, God bless. Viewers, if you want to communicate with our guest, please jump in. Yeah, if you want to request a song for the party DJ to play, for instance, after Sweet Emotion's over. Jump on the calls, 401-256-1454. Still, of course, we're accepting text, chat, and live phone calls, communiques. I think it's picking up the microphone in the earbuds, actually.
Oh, really? I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, either way. The audio is utterly chaotic, and I'm enjoying it.
So actually, this 2014 MacBook Pro that a client bought for me in 2014. This is the last computer that I got. I haven't bought one since then. What am I trying to say? The Lightning fried the sound card in it when we were doing karaoke a couple months ago.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I have to have earbuds in and use a silly microphone. Because with MacBook Pros in this era, the sound card is hardwired to the logic port, so I have to replace the entire logic port.
It's definitely gotten to the point where I can't understand anything you're saying, and the music is utterly overpowering.
That's the Migos saying, "Pipe it up, pipe it up, pipe it up, pipe it up,
pipe it up." Nice, yes, yeah. Okay. So you're saying there was an electrical storm that.
There's a microphone in this webcam.
I think that's yeah. If you put the microphone.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's.
I think it is the mic in the camera that's picking everything up. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's perfect. That's good. Let me get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Sick. So Atlanta gets a lot of fucking thunderstorms, lightning storms, rainstorms, heavy fucking, tempests, if you will. And we were doing karaoke one night, and some lightning struck. And even though I'm an audiovisual technician by trade, I didn't have my fucking laptop plugged into a power strip or a surge protector, and it got fried, and here we are. Thankfully, only the sound card got fried. The rest of the laptop still works, but that's how it is.
Nice, yeah. Cool. Perfecto.
So my friend left this webcam at my house months ago, and she hasn't asked for it back yet. And thankfully that worked out. Or I don't know what we would have done. But yeah, that's the Migos in the background. Circo like 2017.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the copyright infringement emails from YouTube at the end of the night. That'll be entertaining. I don't
They
know.
haven't shut you down yet.
I don't know what they do with those.
We're still on air. I think it's probably too far away.
Yeah, YouTube country. They can't see us.
But I'm right here. I am right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at this, like hardwood ceilings. This is crazy.
No, I know you're in paradise.
I haven't been I have not been anywhere this nice, and I honestly couldn't tell you. But it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, you can see they even have the fucking circle, like, Zoom meeting light.
Oh hell yeah, nice.
That's why I'm so well lit.
Is there a sauna on the property?
We passed a spa on the way here, on the drive here.
So it's possible to maybe
we drove my girlfriend's BMW, or her girlfriend, my girlfriend's brother's BMW. Excuse me. He was nice enough to let us borrow it.
Was it a SUV or a sedan or?
Yeah, the X1. It's like the smallest SUV they make.
Oh,
it's
cool.
Very nice, especially compared to my Toyota.
Yeah.
But I still love my Toyota, but this was nicer.
Yeah. Did you get a pepperoni pizza for dinner?
Actually, we have a Newman's Own Supreme Pizza, which has pepperoni, sausage, and some peppers and onions and shit. But that's not what we're eating for dinner. Everyone here is vegan except for like two of us. So I'm eating some like deep fried tofu and shit, which I'm down with as well.
What do you think the timetable for your next release is going to be? Is it really just contingent on when you're satisfied, or is there?
I'm glad you said that. Essentially, at this point, yes, because I don't want to put anything out that I feel like in general, I used to like make myself feel rushed to put shit out. Like, oh, like if I don't put something out, like people will forget about me. But it's also like, who cares if they forget about me if I'm not making something that I don't want to represent me? So at this point, like this last week was extremely productive on the new record, to be honest, and I can finally kind of like see the shape of the new album. And I can't say more than that at this point, but like I've never felt better about anything that I'm making, and I've never felt like I don't know, I kind of feel like I've grown into myself in a way that I've never felt. Like I'm usually so insecure when I'm making anything and it feels horrible, and that has not been the case at all. And so it'll be ready when it's ready. I can't say when, but like I'm just happy to be working on this kind of material and to have gotten to this point, like where I don't worry about every tiny thing in the way I used to, if that makes sense. And I just kind of like believe in what I'm doing in a more like real way, rather than like questioning every decision. So in that sense, yeah, I'm very happy to continue to work on shit.
Yeah, it must be a thrill to feel that freedom and to see it manifest in exactly what you want it to be.
And I honestly like still wouldn't call it freedom, to be honest, but like it's more freedom than I've ever felt, like, or just like not beating myself up over every stupid thing. And it's like actually feeling like, okay, you've done this enough, like, like I'm trusting my decisions more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. It sounds so great. A blessed place to be. I think we're going to let you get back to the party.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's so good to see you.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we cut you loose?
I'd like to say, don't let anyone else tell you what to do. Just do what you know is right. That's all.
Sweet. Well, Matt, we miss you. We love you, and we want you to come back to Providence and rock us.
I want to come back as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, man. We'd be happy to have you, of course.
Mostly just to embrace you, but
Certainly looking forward to that. All right, brother. Enjoy the party.
Well, yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Talk to you soon. Folks, we're going to be speaking to Daniella Ben Bassat pretty soon. Enjoy this video. It's Taskmaster live in Montreal. Welcome to the show, Daniella. Make
Hi.
sure you're on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, loud and clear?
Hello.
Hell yeah. Okay, everybody, welcome Daniella to the show. We're going to try to do a deep dive of your art practice tonight. This will be a rare instance of me trying to put on my interviewer chapeau and seeing what information we can dig out of the cave.
Yeah,
But
let's do it.
I'm also extremely fucked up on matcha latte, so I can't even sit still. I'm like jumping around like some kind of jumper. All right, so let's start with your painting. Let's start with your painting. Here's an example of one of your paintings, and maybe you could tell us about it.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say. I was getting really into like picnic imagery, and cards. I guess I was thinking a lot about like playing cards and tarot cards and stuff. And I was like, fuck, what if like constant, like you just like needed constant divination and there were just like cards falling all over you all the time. I don't know. That's, yeah.
I find that I don't really turn to the occult until I really just can't even see 2 inches ahead of me on the proverbial path. But the person that we're looking at through the POV, you're saying that they are in such need that cards are constantly falling upon their person.
Yeah, I guess I was just thinking about like being bombarded by like that kind of information. But it's mostly just a painting about a picnic.
And this is on paper?
Yeah.
What are the actual dimensions of this piece?
I have no idea. Maybe like 24 by 30 or something.
Nice. The chat's melting. They're absolutely in love. We're going to move on to a second piece. Not that we're in any rush necessarily, but we can see here an example of art imitating life on the newspaper that's depicted up on the picnic blanket. That's actually some lyrics that Daniella used in her band Wex in one of the songs that she wrote for that band. You guys all just saw a video that was made of Wex of them having a really, really good time in Olneyville after band practice after a fresh snow. But this isn't a snowy. This is not a snowy scene. Yeah, filmed by your host. This is not a snowy scene. This is a sunset scene.
Yeah, it's a sunset. I was in Oregon at the time. There were crazy wildfires everywhere. And I kind of didn't realize that's why everything was so pink until later. But yeah, I was trying to just like use more text in paintings and kind of just like incorporate more lyrics and stuff. So
it just occurred to me that maybe these paintings were created while you were actually picnicking.
It was like a picnic state of mind, if you will.
And you were in Oregon on doing some kind of residency?
Yeah, I was doing a residency at Ken Kesey's old house or farm, in Oregon.
Stunning colors. I do love this. Are any of these for sale? Are these available for sale? Here's a detail of that painting.
Yeah, potentially a lot of them are for sale.
You got an indoor still life?
Yeah, this is someone, I guess it's like a guy making some stuff out of clay.
So it's a pot throwing studio.
Yeah, he's a bit of a potter.
But there's also a drawing or a painting of the figure on the wall in the background too.
Yeah, that's his that's a portrait. It's a self-portrait of him.
Yeah. There's 2 chandeliers hanging from the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
It looks like that plant could use a message from the plant psychic, maybe.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
not.
Yeah, maybe she can call in.
Let's see if we can get her via text. Plant psychic, if you could text us some advice for this burnt looking plant in the background, we'd appreciate hearing from you.
Please.
So throwing pots and blue jeans. This character seems to be kind of like enmeshed in a sort of darkness, but it doesn't seem to me like it's terribly frightening.
Yeah, no, it's just nighttime.
Yeah. With a black chapeau.
Oh, I think I might have just gotten a message from the plant psychic, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, the plant psychic says water.
Copy that.
Thank you, plant psychic. I will pour some water on the drawing.
Is that a pile of hats by the person? Or is that a clay?
It's just like lumps of clay.
Lumps of unformed clay.
Yeah.
Oh, we can barely fit this one on the screen. It's rather large. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry, I can't really get it in there all the way. It's terrible.
That's close enough.
Where do we set the crop is the question, top or bottom?
I think do scroll down.
Scroll down.
Yeah, that's better.
Everyone's in love with your art, Danny.
Oh, really?
They're
Maybe I should
freaking
check the chat.
They're freaking the fuck out. Yeah, go ahead and check the chat.
Am I breaking the fourth wall?
Chatters, you're fucking making my heart smile. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks to my friends.
Yeah, I do often, whenever I see this stuff, feel like my first reaction is, God, I would love to own this piece of art and have it in my home.
Well, I have one of your paintings, so
yeah.
There.
Maybe someday. It's true.
I mean, painting is just extremely fun. Like, it's fun to remember that like painting is extremely fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And it's so different from making music. Would you say that's true?
I
or?
think it's easy. Well, I think that painting or music is not my like first medium. So I feel a lot more confident with paint. So I think it's different for me in that way. Like with music, I still feel like I just have no idea what I'm doing. And
interesting.
I'm a little more confident with paintings.
Colby is asking, what kind of paint?
Most of these are oil paint. The first one was gouache, which I don't know if everyone knows. It's like acrylic kind of water-based paint. But this one's oil.
Oh man, I wish we could just get it all. Where? Fit it.
Sorry, I should have sent you images.
No, it's quite all right. On your end. This is looking very painterly to me.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It makes me think of my personal heroes.
Who are your personal heroes?
The vibrancy of it, of the colors, and the just the flippancy with the way it's all laid out. It's got a real It's got a real vivacity.
Yeah, it's from a dream I had. Or someone's like boot was on my face.
Wow. What inspires your color palette? A question coming from Washington, D.C.
What inspires my color palette? I don't know. Honestly, like a lot of it just happens because I'm a lazy painter. Like I'm really bad at cleaning my brushes and stuff. Um, so it's kind of like, I mean, I like it that way. I kind of like it to be sort of muddy, but sometimes it's a combination of stuff. That's not very specific.
Laziness.
I paint really wet, so like all the color kind of gets mixed together.
So I'm seeing it now. There's some arms and some hands trying to negotiate with the boot, but the face itself is sort of obscured, I guess, huh?
Yeah, there's a face. That green shape under the boot is a face. There's like a sleep mask you can kind of see. It's like
Oh
an eye
yeah,
mask.
almost looks like some sunglasses knocked to the side, or a sleep mask. Sleep mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brutal. Not what I saw of Pond. I was just seduced by like the colors, but yeah, the subject matter more brutal than meets the eye initially. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, so this is another like picnic playing card scene. Another one from Oregon.
Can you speak to the level of subtle humor that seems to be consistent throughout some of these paintings, especially the ones with text? Question from Providence. Question from Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, I don't know. I think humor is like an important part of my life. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in like things not being like too dry or just like having a painting express like how I feel. And I usually feel like pretty depressed and like also like things are very funny. And I also enjoy the beauty of the world. So I guess those things are all kind of just like in most of the things I do. This is another like kind of dream painting.
Is there a significance to the image, or is just like a snapshot of a memory?
What was that?
Is there a significance, like a narrative significance to the imagery, or is it just like a kind of snapshot of a memory from a dream?
Oh, the dream was like I don't know. Very like rarely I just have like really like intense like love dreams where it's just like there's some just like really like loving feeling happening. I mean, I've had like 3 or something in my life, but this was one of them. So it was kind of just like a feeling.
Now we're getting into some of the humor. What's the name of this one?
Oh, My Church.
My Church.
It's kind of a joke because I love Neil Young and Aliens and the Mona Lisa. This one's called Heaven's Floor. I don't really know I don't have a lot to say about this one. There's a Coke can.
This is the final image that you gave me.
Cool. Yeah, this is a drawing of like some flowers, prescription bottle, crystal ball, and like a cactus or something, and like a bag of chips.
Man. Do you
How's
feel
that
like
matcha?
my brain feels like it's vibrating and might shatter and just start falling out of my ears.
Nice.
My ear holes. But damn, I feel like I just crawled through a tunnel. So not only do you paint, but you're also an illustrator, and you put out zines and clothing, sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatpants. I got some examples of your zine work that we could share with the folks. Would you want to talk about like the ideas behind the presentation and the content in the zine, or do you think it's pretty
Sure.
Cool?
Yeah, we don't have to spend too much time on every picture because there's so many, but I had like a phase where I was drawing every page of magazines. So I did Sports Illustrated, Sky Mall, and Us Weekly. And around that time I was like also really into doing cover songs and kind of just like inserting like whatever pieces of pop culture I thought were cool, and like covering them in whatever way. So I feel like the zines are kind of the same deal. They're pretty old though.
I can't get the page to move. God damn it.
I wonder why.
Some kind of snafu.
We can
You can share a screen too if you have stuff on you can share a screen, right? I think.
Sure.
If you want to go through them.
I don't have it open. Just a second. Sorry. It's just not letting you scroll.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Are you Okay. Share screen. Is that working?
No.
No. Okay.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, so this is Sports Illustrated. It was really fun just like focusing on every word of these magazines that I just got like a really good education on this one like athlete. That's really like it's pretty fun to draw like people playing sports. You can tell like when I got tired or like when I started doing it and then like when I was like getting too sick of it to keep going for the day. Like this right side is obviously like the end of the day for me. This is Us Weekly. Exciting time for Shania Twain, 2010. Who wore it best? Stars They're Just Like Us. That's like a classic. And then Sky Mall. Which I think is not being run anymore. Yeah, some of this text is really funny, like the gentleman's faceless watch. So yeah, those are the zines.
I'm gonna throw up some of the UFO zine as well.
Okay.
This is a zine. Where were these images sourced from in the text?
I was watching a lot of YouTube videos of UFO sightings and then doing drawings from them.
Just straight off the screen.
Yeah. I guess they're not right side up, but you get the idea.
These are gorgeous. Whoops. Fuck.
Thanks.
Folks, we're going to continue speaking with Danny and going through examples of her work and the notions behind their realizations. But of course, as always, the phone lines are open, and we would be thrilled to hear from our friends. So feel free to call. Let me get Reba on the job. I think it's this button.
Phones are live. 401-256-1454.
So you were also in a band called Mother Tongue for quite a while, and is my understanding correct in that it was initially just you and maybe just you initially?
It was initially me and two of my friends, Lila and Carrie, and it was 3 of us playing electric guitar. And then it was me and Carrie. Maybe it was me and Carrie first. I don't remember the order. And then it became me and Tess. So there were a few different combinations of people, all truly beloved and missed.
We could play a video of the group. Would you be into that?
That sounds great.
So go ahead and explain the funny thing about this video.
This is a shot-for-shot replica of the Metallica music video, Nothing Else Matters. So maybe we'll hopefully play the Metallica video after this for some context. But yeah, so we're just covering the Metallica video in the song.
Let me see if I can do it shot for shot. This will be tricky. Well, I don't think I will. All right, folks, here's Mother Tongue with the song
Double Vision.
Double Vision. All right, folks. Just to clarify, that was me switching back between Metallica and Mother Tongue. But yeah, just the fucking hilarious and brilliant fucking execution.
You really nailed that.
God damn. Well, we do our best here at.
I just want to say that was like executed completely by my friend Greta, who just pulled it off really well. So.
Oh, word.
Props to Greta.
Props to Greta. Yeah, beloved mutant sludge rock band of yesteryear in Providence. Always such a fucking pleasure to catch live. You love sludge rock, you love psychedelic rock, and you also love drone. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. I do want to go ahead and treat the audience to more live footage of you performing, this time with your drone project. Would you like to I think this was shot at the QC farm as well. Would you like to give some background information about what that's all about?
Sure. I made an optical tremolo. And I also made this like motorized plant, like this plant that was on I forget what kind of motor it was. But anyway, I wanted to make it so that like when the plant moved, the shadow would cause like a warbling sound. And then there's also like several other motors that are playing on the guitar. And I think it might be easier to explain after
Cool.
the video.
All right, let's go for it. All right. So that was Taskmaster. That's your more experimental solo drone stuff. We saw an example of that at the beginning of your segment that was live in Montreal, and this was in Oregon on a farm that belongs to the Kesey family trust.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, go ahead and walk us through what went into that, if you don't mind.
Sure. So the sound is coming from like a little tiny cell phone motor on a guitar. And it's just like the motor kind of like hitting the guitar strings. And then the signal is going into the optical tremolo, which is making like all the warbling sounds happening. So like as the shadow hits the light sensor on the optical tremolo, it makes those like kind of like, I don't know what other word to use other than like warble, like those like warble sounds. And then I can kind of decide like how much of that is happening. So I can like turn down the tremolo or up. So sometimes it's like more of the motor on the guitar, and sometimes it's like more tremolo. And then, yeah, this is like another video of the same thing. I think it's a little bit more successful, but who's to measure success? This is at the Wedding Cake House in Providence. This is the last show I played last summer.
Let's check it out. So it seems like you have a penchant for mechanically produced tones, and you don't fall back on loop pedals or tape devices or synthesizers or samplers or anything like that. Did you ever notice that when you start to assemble your stuff for a live performance? And would you say that there's like a particular reason behind that?
Yeah, I think honestly, I started making music with sculptures because I didn't feel like I didn't know how to play guitar. Or I felt like I didn't know how to like actually make the kind of music that I thought about making. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just make it in this other way. And I kind of like I don't know, I like that like I just never know if something's gonna work or not. I mean, it's also like total torture and makes me and everyone I know miserable when I'm about to play a show. But it's kind of fun to just like have a cool moment that you can't really like replicate exactly again.
And when you say,
like
sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I think that's like easier to make happen, I guess, with that kind of thing. But I also just like don't know how to, like, I don't know that much about other gear.
So when you say sculpture, I'm not sure if we used that word yet during this interview, but you're referring to the devices and then the implements that you attach to the motors to interact with the instruments. And you look at these as sculpture. So this is like, we're talking about the aluminum. Was that aluminum, the boxes that you made for that Montreal show? So aluminum sheets kind of like haphazardly taped together with a pretty good probability of them falling apart during the performance, maybe?
It's like I just want them to be like almost about to fall apart, but like hanging on by a mere thread.
So this is sculpture and music and light and electronics all interplaying at the same time.
Yeah. It's a cool shot.
Word. Chillin'. We do want to shout out we do want to shout out Baby in the background. Welcome to the show, Baby.
Let me see.
Oh. Get some baby shots.
Here she is. Yeah.
Claps for Danny simultaneously. Cool. So we can I don't have any examples that I can show, but we can talk about Club Darnell, and we can also let people know.
Phones are live. 401-256-1454.
Don't be afraid, folks. Brighten our day and give us a call or a text or a shout out in the chats. And then meanwhile, let's talk about your clothing and apparel company, Club Darnell.
Oh, Club Darnell. What can I say? Yeah, I make shirts and sweatshirts and sweatpants. They say stuff on them like "Take my identity, please." This too shall pass. I don't know. I mean, do you have anything you want to ask me about Club Darnell?
Yeah, probably. But so those catchphrases are straight from the brain, meaning this is something that made you laugh and you thought to yourself, this would be hilarious on a t-shirt, for instance?
Straight from the dome.
Nice. I also wanted, do you have any examples on your computer that you could share of the Broadway musical merch? Or is that too deeply buried in a hard drive somewhere?
I think they're on my Store Envy.
Oh, word. Yeah, let's what is that? Real quick.
Do you want me to type it in the chat?
Yeah, maybe I'll be able to copy and paste it.
It's danbbass.storeenvy.com.
We got a question from Providence, Rhode Island. And it goes like this. Yo, what is Earth, till next time, all about? No question mark.
What's it all about? Well, I guess it's kind of about how like our planet is dying, potentially, and until next time is like sort of tongue in cheek, because there might not be a next time.
There you have it, folks. There might not be a next time.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to say it, but
He seems satisfied with your response.
oh, great. No callers, eh?
All Netflix.
Funny you should ask. Caller, you're live with Daniella.
Hi, Daniella. I was wondering what you're working on now and what you have in store for the future.
Thanks for your call. All the way from New Mexico.
It's funny you should ask. Well, I'm not working on anything now, but I do have some ideas for the future. Jeremy, I sent you some of those like videos that you've been playing of just the like leaves on the motors.
Yeah.
Do you think you could play? Yeah. So I want to do some like, I want to make a bunch of those like, and arrange them like in a composition outside. So like when you stand from a certain vantage point, you just see like lots of like spinning blurs on motors. So I kind of want to just like play with what like things that are spinning really fast can do to like your, like just due to the visual field.
We see a lot of this footage of you playing live outdoors. Does nature play like a particularly special role, or is it just happenstance that like most of this footage we have was shot outdoors?
I think most of that stuff is outside just because it's easier to like use like a natural object and have it be like in the spot where I found it and have that kind of like blend into the background better outside than if I did it inside.
Do you feel like you're drawn to opportunities to do residencies or installations in nature rather than in an art gallery?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would definitely be down to do something in a gallery, but I think it's pretty fun for me to work outside right now. Like I've done some of those, like I've done performances with that tremolo inside and like with other sculptures and stuff before, but it's just a different thing.
Folks watching live and also in the reruns via YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, I want to encourage you to visit Danny's store. Pick up some merch. There's plenty available. I really still want a Phantom sweatshirt at some point in my life.
You do?
Oh, I definitely
I
have always
you can
wanted
have a
one.
t-shirt.
Oh, a t-shirt would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
We can make that happen.
Phones are live. 401-256-1454.
A text question from Plantville, USA is wondering if Daniela works with solar power for the plant motors.
No, but that would be really cool. Yeah, I was using like really long extension cords and batteries.
New Mexico wonders, would you consider doing a month-long residency in New Mexico?
Yeah, I guess so. I'd have to get in touch with some folks.
Your life is set up as such that you could disappear for a month just to focus on an art endeavor.
Yeah, I guess so.
Fuck yeah. I think that's true of all my friends. Folks, I'm going to give you one last chance to chime in. Make yourselves heard. And then we're going to wrap things up with the one and only Danny B. I'm going to hang back in cyberspace for a moment.
Eric Grieshaber.
Eric Grieshaber, you're live with Danny B. What do you got for us?
Hey, Danny, you're probably one of my favorite artists and like overall buds that I have in town, and I was just wondering what some of your like musical and visual inspirations are, like, you know, rock bands, artists, etc. Cool, thanks, bye.
Sure. Well, I guess Neil Young is up there. Tony Conrad was a big inspiration for me at some point, like Henry Flint. Who else? Lucinda Williams, Earth. Yeah, I always like totally blank out when I'm supposed to think of visual artists. It's really fucked up. Eric, I'll get back to you on the visual people.
We got a impromptu voiceover from the unimitable Reba Mitchell for your store envy. And I'm going to play it live right now and see how it sounds.
danbbass.storeenvy.com.
Wow.
It's a freebie from a living legend. I'm gonna forward that to you right now via text.
Thank you. What an honor. Reba.
Folks, if you're slated to be on the show and would like Reba to announce something that you are doing, involved in, or would like to promote, please do get in touch with either me or Reba. I'm sure she'd be happy too.
Everything I touch, I enjoy.
That's the vibe.
Wow.
We got a question via text from the Boston area. Daniela, do you have a favorite color?
Wow. I was actually wondering if someone would ask me this question. I would have to say my favorite color is red. I would like to know everyone else's favorite color in the chat.
I would as well.
Red, nice.
Colby Nathan, red. Pink. Silver, also red. Several reds.
Oh,
Purple.
Lots of red. Good to know. Maybe my next painting will be red, pink, silver, and purple.
That would be something.
Yeah.
My favorite color is green. I stand alone in my love for green. We got another question. How baby been? What is she thinking about? Let me get out of baby's way.
She's been really good. She has I can show you some of her favorite things. She has this toy. She also has like a carrot that she really likes. This is her carrot. You can see the bite marks all over it. Yeah, baby's great. She's like an amazing cat and a good friend. Anything else?
I think just to say thank you. I appreciate you walking us through some of the work that you put out there for people to enjoy.
Thanks so much for having me. This was awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I feel like I was taken from a high plateau of matcha mania and dropped off very gently in the bottom of a very clear river running through valley. Not even a river, I'd say a creek.
Whoa. My job here is done.
I believe so. Folks, Danielle and I are going to bid you adieu, and we're going to have to meet up again next Saturday night. Tune in. Until then.